Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Wednesday night. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, Camel. And with me always is the band hammer, Amanda.
Howdy, Untethered Live.
What's going on out there in the world? How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? How's it going? How's it blue out there? It's blue in here. Nice to see you. Got a nice hot cup of coffee? Come on in. Amy says, Jeremiah 2:13. The King James says, well, that's the only one. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of the living waters, and hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. He's talking about the soul, your capacity to hold eternal life. Christ says that when I give you my living water, you will never thirst again. You'll never need water. It's an overflowing fountain that never ends. So basically what that statement says is you have decided to take it upon yourself to be God. Let's see how well you do with that. So you have a cistern, but it's broken. You can't fill it forever. You can only do what you can do as a human being. You need God at some point. That's basically what that means. There's more to it, but that's basically it. Nice reminder. Thank you, Amy. You get the gold star for being first in chat tonight. Enjoy. Mabel's here. Hey, Mabel. She says, ciao, everybody. How are you, Jake and Amanda? Well, I'm fine. Amanda?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
And the gold star?
Goes to Amy.
All right.
Hi, Untethered Live. Or hi, Amy and Mabel. Sorry. Hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see y'all. Happy hump day.
Camel.
Hi, Camel. I hope everyone is having a good week.
Camel.
Hiya, Jake. How are you?
Camely. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
That is a good cup of coffee. Soothes the throat. Feels very lovely going down the old pipes.
Yeah, Mr. Impatient.
How am I impatient?
Because I went to go get your cup and fill it up, and you'd already done it.
I needed a cup. When you got a cup, you got to have a cup.
I was looking for your cup.
Mabel says, good to see you, Amanda.
Chat jumps. Good to see you too, Mabel.
Cowboys 8 panel. Long time no see. Hey, darling, how are you? Nice to see you. Come on in. Cowboy says, hi, all. Smiley face.
Hi, Cowboys.
How you doing out there in the world? Patty's here. She says, hello, everybody. Hey, Patty. Nice to see you, lady.
Hi, Patty.
Patty. Peppermint Patty. Patty cake. Baker's man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Patty says, Miss Amanda Rose. And then my chat jumped.
8:29.
There it goes. Patty says, what's the topic tonight? Tonight we're going to talk about a distillation of misinterpreted Triskaidekaphobia, which is the irrational fear of the number 13, if you didn't know that already. And all that may preclude. I suggest that we'll spend the entire evening not talking about that. Moving on.
Imagine that.
Amanda says, message retracted. You can't read it if I've seen it retracted.
I know, right?
Patty says, okay.
Keep both of us in suspense.
What are you saying okay about?
The
chat that you erased?
Probably.
What was it?
It was the title tonight, but it was spelt wrong, so I pulled it.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I spelled it wrong, too.
I auto-type recorrected it, and I was like, no, and I accidentally sent it anyway.
Debbie says, hello, everyone, even Kevin. Hello, Debbie, dear. Nice to see you. Come on in. Shake a little tush on the catwalk. Nice to see you.
Hi, Debbie.
There it is. A distillation of the misinterpreted Triskaidekaphobia, which I had to pare down 3 times because I couldn't put the title I wanted to put there because it wouldn't fit. So I had to pare it down and do something that I had to accept and just go on with it. That's the trouble with being a director. You can't keep all of your babies. You got to pare them away. Have an idea, and then you whittle it down until you've got something that you will accept. And that's about how it works. Okay, Amanda, we're waiting on you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hi, Debbie. Yeah, Debbie says even hi. Said hi to Kevin too. Did you say that part?
Yeah, I did say that part.
Okay. Hi, Debbie. Oh, did y'all kiss and make up, Debbie?
Cowboys 8 pounds says, "Pachow." Nice to see you, Cowboys. Been a while. Where you been? What you been up to? Are you doing good? Is God blessing you on the regular? I hope he is. Bill Bennett says, "Hello, you great men and women, and happy hump day, Camel. Hey, Bill. Nice to see you, my friend.
Hi, Bill.
How's your week going so far? Are you out there tearing it down or building it up? Painting it red or painting it black? Don't you want to have a nice hot cup of coffee with me? Thank you to the person that provides the coffee for the show. I do appreciate that. It is a regular cup of Joe, just the way I like it, don't you know? Bitter and slightly confusing. If you would like to have a cup with me and talk about Triskaidekaphobia and what that means to you, or distill it down to something even more misinterpreted, we can do that. Or you can go to the kitchen, pour yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, and we can do that. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has this face on it. It is fantastic. But we also have stainless steel tumblers down there, of which one day I will own one. The big ones and the little ones. They got locking lids. They keep your coffee hot for hours. They look great on your coffee table. And if you chuck it at somebody, it'll leave a mark. So get one while supplies last. And they do nicely hold liberal tears. So do that. Or, a chainsaw blade. Or a snow cone maker. I'm not sure about those last two, but for sure you can get a ball cap anyway. Check that out down there. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you'd like to show a little bit of love. If you'd like to, that's Feed Jake for the uninitiated. Not the other thing you heard, Feed Jake. You can do that at CashApp, $JakeJohnsonband. I appreciate that very much. And my light bill, thanks you. One last thing, if you'd like to hang out with us outside of YouTubeverse, outside of their oppressive little fingers and me misinterpreting everything that you Triskaidekaphobia to me, you can do that over at Facebook.com/UntetheredLive chillin'. The link is in the chat. It's a great place to share pictures, text, memes, and videos and get to know one another on a personal note. It's free. It's fun. It's affordable. It's entertaining. It's yours. Go check it out. Man, I would be such a pitch man if I could catch my breath. How about that? Now back to you guys. Did you say hi to Bill?
Yes.
Debbie says, no, not the number 13. Exactly. 13. That was 8. Never mind. I don't have 13 fingers. And Debbie says, no, Amanda, I just don't want Jake to worry. I'm not worried. I was teasing you as much as you were teasing me. Mabel says, I have seen a building in Canada that does not have a 13th floor. That's the norm here in America. Most buildings do not have a 13th floor. That goes back to the old days of when Masons were a big thing in the world. And for a while they were. If you were a Mason, you probably knew the world leaders because you were in the same room with them on Tuesday night. That's just the way that it was at one time. And they would have meetings on the 13th floor of a building, so it became tradition to remove it. And then when the whole thing happened with Pope Philip and, Jacques de Molay on the October the 13th on a Friday night, when 3 ships mysteriously disappeared from the harbor and ended up somewhere in Scotland, at the what do you call that thing? Rosalind Cathedral. Yep. And one went to Oak Island in Canada, Nova Scotia, somewhere in that area. And the other one, I don't know where it went. I would suggest, though, it went to a little town just over the hills over there in Sweden. in that area, a little place called Switzerland, because they have a very interesting flag that just appeared at the right time, and they were the first people that have interesting bank systems in the world. To this day, they still do. But all of that to say that the number 13 was considered bad luck for more than one reason, but mostly because they wanted to keep it a secret. So they built a legend around it, and then they removed it from buildings. So I don't know about everywhere in the world, but in America, it's quite normal to not have a 13th floor. If you didn't know that, you should get into more buildings. 13th floor, there is no number for it on the elevator. Vic said it was superstitious. Yeah, to some degree. It's a fair bit deeper than that, but it is built on a superstition. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Aaron says, yo, Aaron, yo, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. And Bill Bennett says, tree of life, everlasting water. Debbie says, I am petty, Amanda. Kevin has more penance to serve. Haha.
Poor Kevin.
As long as he's getting his kicks out of it, I'm cool with it. You know, everybody's got their own way of doing things, and if he digs it, I'm digging it too. If you obviously dig it, so you got my vote.
Hello, Aaron.
Aaron says, I was watching Turbo dance on YouTube 40 years later. He's still great. Turbo, I don't know who Turbo is. It must be one that slipped by me. Mabel says, and I am good, thank you. Hannah and I started watching tennis together. Nice. Oh, it's a good sport. A little hard to watch, but it is a good sport. And we plan to watch football. Much, much more fun. Bunch of overgrown dudes in white clothes running around in a square trying to chase a circle.
It's not a circle.
It's an oblate spheroid. Next season. And we had a good day learning different WTA tennis players. Nice. What does WTA stand for? Never mind. Women's tennis, something or another. Got it. Sorry, my chat jumped again.
8:36.
Aaron says, sup, Commando Amando. Commando Amando. Mark Colin's here. He says, bonjour, Kava. Merci. Merci beaucoup, senor. It's Mabel says, Aaron.
Hi, Mark.
One of these numbers. Chef's kiss, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, yep. Hi, Mark. Amy says, remember the 5th of November. That's the 8th of November. Who's counting? Mark says, how is everyone doing today on this blessed Wednesday, Camel? It's fantastic, Mark. How are you doing? It is blessed. Every day is.
You got camel on the brain today, huh?
It's Wednesday. Camel.
Hey, Mike.
What?
Guess what day it is?
Wednesday?
Hump day.
What? Camel. Kevin Bernardo says, hello, Jake, Amanda, and everyone. Kevin, my friend, how are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Hello, Kevin.
Kevin says, I'm just gonna sit in the corner until Debbie forgives me. Well, I forgive you on her behalf. It may take a while. She enjoys this.
She has the power and she likes it.
The power of the voodoo.
Hoodoo.
You do.
Voodoo?
You do. Do what?
Voodoo.
No.
Who do?
No. Do what?
Don't do what?
Remind me of a man.
Oh no, we're not going through this. What man?
You ruined it. Debbie says, I hope you brought a snack, Kevin. Ooh. Mark says, the gunpowder treason and plot. I can think of no reason why the 5th of November should ever be forgot. I didn't send because I had to rejoin. Interesting. Is it the 5th of November or the 8th of November? I have to look it up. It's been a while. Amy says, hi, Aaron, Amanda, Mabel, and Mark, and Kevin, and Bill, and Cowboys 8 Panel, and Patty, and Lurkers. Hello to everybody. And I agree. Hello to everybody. If you're a lurker, step up to the microphone. Tell us who you are and why you're lurking in the background. Tell us something about yourself. We miss you. We don't even know you, but we miss you. Miss her, I hardly know her. Ha ha. Sorry. Aaron says, Mabel. Hi and hugs. Mabel says, hello, Amy. Amy says, come out of the corner, Kevin. You are welcome here. Nobody puts Kevin in the corner. Aaron says, Amy, hearts. Vibrating heart. Nice. Big John Nugget says, good evening, everyone. We had Fox Night. Fox Night?
Guy Fox Night.
Oh, Fox Night. Got it. I don't know why I didn't see that. Guy Fox. Guy Fox is the guy with the pointy nose. No, not that guy. The other guy with the pointy nose. There's two guys with point. Never mind. One of them's a romantic. The other one's a. Never mind. Amanda says, here's the link to the Untethered Live chilling page if you want to check it out. Amy says, hey, John Nugget.
Hi, Nugget.
Amy says, only God can ask for penance. Well, anybody can ask for penance, but only God can grant it. You're right. Debbie says, Miss Amy Elizabeth Rose. And Debbie says, ha, Amy. And Mark says, Masons are still a fairly big thing. I know. My little old town has a Masonic lodge right on the mainstream. Every little town has a Masonic lodge. Every single one of them. Well, not little towns. Every town in America has a Masonic lodge somewhere. Unless they're not participating. Most of them are. And they join in on parades frequently. Yes. What town are you in, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but the size of the town kind of matters. Some of the bigger towns have they really get in, like the Shriners and all that, get into the parades and stuff. My Masonic Lodge gets into it, but the one in Little Washington, not the one in Greenville or where I'm at. Little Washington is about 60 miles from here. No, it's about 40 miles from here. But they get into it. Mark says Canada. Got it. Yeah, I don't know about Canada. I spoke out of turn. I didn't realize you were in Canada. They might be in every town in Canada. I don't know. For sure, though, they're in every country. Patty says, hi, Big John from across the pond. 007 living in heaven. Amy says, I've seen buildings without the 13th floor. Oh, yeah. It's pretty common. Most buildings, if they're high rises or whatever, they don't have a 13th floor. Some of the lower buildings that have more than 12 floors might have one, but most buildings follow that practice. Especially if they were built during a certain period of time. Aaron says, I'm working on some more videos. Awesome. I can't wait to see them. The ones you've shown so far have been pretty fun. And Big John says Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and that's why they call it Fireworks Night. Right on. Sorry, my chat jumped. It did.
8:45.
I just saw that.
I was like, I just read that, but that was at the bottom.
Big John says Breakdance the movie. Yeah, Breakout. I remember Breakout when it first came out. When it was called Breakout or Breakdance. I can't remember.
Breakdance, I think.
It might be Breakdance. I was thinking it was Breakout. That might be the song that they played in it. I'm not sure. Aaron says Boogaloo Shrimp from the movie Breakin'. Breakin'. That's it. Breakin'. He danced with the broom. Nice. I haven't seen that movie since I was like 12. Mark says, I only eat big Bubba shrimp. That's
Bubba Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Bubba Gump.
Shrimp Creole.
Shrimp Scampi.
Shrimp cocktail.
Steamed shrimp.
Shrimp on the Barbie. Big Bill says, I was never in shape enough to play tennis. That's hard work. Yeah, it is. It is hard work. Mark says, Bubba Gump, LOL. Mabel says, Women's Tennis Association. I figured it out as soon as I said it. That's why I said, never mind, I got it. Because I had to think about it for a minute. That's cool. Serena Williams. That's where it's at. Or where it used to be at. I don't know. It's been a while.
So does she even play anymore?
I think she's done, but she was pretty much the GOAT. Mark says, the man with the power. That's right. The power of the voodoo. Cowboy says, it was nice to play nice tennis with my sister. Competition was not as fun. Well, some things you do just for the joy of doing things in camaraderie, just for the sake of doing it. When you're in competition, that's a different story. Now somebody's got to win. That brings a different energy to the table. I understand that. Mark says, what power? The power of the voodoo. Hoodoo. You do. Do what? Remind me of a man. See, I told you they would like it. There's a reason I do things.
I don't remember all of it.
You all have to remember the answers. I remember all of it. And Cowboy says, it's the 5th of November. Okay. I must be confusing that with some other date on the 8th of November. Mabel says, maybe, Cowboy. It's a bit cold here for tennis now. We live quite far from the nearest town, but I'm trying to find an indoor court we can go to. That would be cool. I don't know. I guess most gyms don't provide that, and I don't know where you would find that. Maybe a boys and girls club or YMCA.
Yep.
Something like that. Aaron says, someone lost this. I'm returning it. Here's a pickle.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello. Pickle. Aaron says, Big John says, Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and that's why they call it Fireworks Night. Thank you. And Debbie says, Mabel, you might not find an indoor tennis place, but racquetball is a close second, and you could try that. Yeah, you can get one of those at Walmart for like $10. String it up and have badminton. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, racquetball and badminton are two different things.
That goes over it's the same thing.
Racquetball is where you hit it off the wall.
Oh. Whatever.
It's uses a rubber ball instead of a tennis ball.
But they got badminton too.
Yeah.
You're hitting something with a stick. That's all there is to it. Aaron says pickleball is better. I don't even know what that is. I've heard about it in the last 5 years. People have been talking about it a lot. I've never seen anybody play it. I don't know what it is. Debbie says, that is pickle abuse, Aaron. Right? How do you get the pickle into the ball anyway? They're oblong. If you hit it with a racket, it's just going to all over the place.
Really? How do you get anything the shape of a pickle into anything that's round?
I guess you thrust it in there.
Okay. I mean, it helps if it's a little wet first, but...
Maple says, I will look into these. Thank you, Debbie. Smiley, smiley. And Mark says, my little old town has 25,000 people spread across 3 cities. Nice. I don't even have a clue how many people's in my town. Not a clue. Aaron says, not if I return it to the right place. The pickle. If you return the pickle to the right place, it's not abuse. Well, if you play pickleball with it, it would be. Do you use the pickle as the ball or the bat? I have questions.
I have an answer for you on something. 5,190.
Right.
Is the population of our town.
All right. 5,190 people.
Yes.
Did you look up what the 8th of November was?
The 6th of November?
8th of November. Because that's what's in my head. And I said it to that rhyme. And if that ain't it, then it's something else. And I can't remember what it is. But it's something, because it's in there.
Failed Beer Hall, 1923, led by Adolf Hitler.
Nope, that wouldn't be it.
1942 Operation Torch North Africa, World War II. 89 election of Donald Trump. 2016 election of Donald Trump.
Maybe that's what it is. It's election day. I thought that was...
Discovery of X-rays of Roosevelt.
Oh. It's something to do with something.
I don't know.
I don't know. It'll come to me one day. I'll wake up in a cold sweat at 4 o'clock in the morning and remember it. That's how it usually works. Anyway, I apologize for the incorrect misinterpretation of the idea. Aaron says, I want to get a 3D printed glass slipper so I can give it to a girl and say, you left this. Creepy. She might like that, though. I don't know. Mark says, a true romantic, Aaron. He is that. He's very romantic soul. Aaron says, but of course. As he twirls his mustache. Big John says, you might snap your pickle. You know, I've heard of that happening before. I don't imagine that's pleasant. Aaron says, lots of butter and a push. How to get a pickle. How to get to the pickle. How to get the pickle. Lots of butter and a push. That's making it old school there, buddy. But I guess lubrication is lubrication, eh? Mark says, really? That's how it works, Amy. And it goes... boing, boing. I was picturing, when they said pickleball, I was picturing a racket hitting a pickle and it flapping off across, the net. Boing. Be hard to direct that thing. Just fly everywhere. That would be a real game because you never know where it's going to go. Might go that way. You never know. Aaron says, it's tennis, but the balls have holes in it, so it's way faster. Like wiffle ball, but with a tennis racket. Got it. Pickleball. Makes sense. Kevin says, sorry, everybody. I can't keep my eyes open. I must be daylight savings. It is. We've dropped back an hour, and it gets dark at 4 o'clock now. I know. It's kind of maddening. I'm out there working, and it's getting dark. And I'm not used to that.
It's weird because I'm not used to him coming home at dark.
Yeah. Well, get you some sleep, buddy. I understand. I'm not going to hold you to it. I know it's a rough getting used to that new time. It is for me too, but I'm already home, so all I got to do is fall over.
Night, Kevin.
Good night, brother. Mark says, but where does the pickle go? In the hole. Quite literally. Mark says, good night, Kevin. Debbie says, 8-ball. Does Aaron abuse his pickle? Something's wrong.
She put a question mark after 8-ball.
Question mark. Yeah. It already knows it's a question. Kevin says, I'm calling it an early night. I understand, buddy. He says, good night, Mabel. And good night, everyone. Good night, my friend. We'll see you Friday. I'm a little tired today myself. Had a long day today. I got an order this morning of 600 shirts. That's a big stack. Polo shirts. So they got collars, so they stack like this. So it's very precarious at some point. Mark says, dang, a tiny town. We do live in a tiny town. That's actually not our town. That's actually the town up the road from us. Our town is like not here anymore. It's called the place where we live, but the town was back in the 1800s. So now it's just a stop sign, you know. There's a road going that way and a road going that way, and you stop or don't, and that's the town. That's it. There's one store and 2 churches, and that's it. But there used to be a town here, a settlement, back in the George Washington days or whatever. Stop jumping around. Aaron says, pickle is if it's hit between your legs, low, and you can't hit it back. The ball? Oh, pickleball? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. There's another sport like that, too. It's called dating.
Oh.
Cowboy says, sweet dreams, Kevin. And Amanda says, don't put the question mark in after 8-ball. Just ask the question. Aaron says, 8-ball, you better. You better shh. I got to remember to read the emoji. Debbie says, thanks, Amanda. I forgot. And Aaron says, puts the 8-ball in the basement with Kevin. It puts the lotion on the skin. Or it gets the hose again.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least puts 8-ball in the basement with Kevin. At least Kevin's got something else to play with.
Right. Another ball to play with anyway.
Right.
Hi, Hannah. Nice to see you. Don't mind us. We're retarded. Retarded if we're from New York. Amanda says 903.
Get him, Debbie.
Get him, Debbie. Debbie says, 8-ball, does Aaron abuse his pickle? 8-ball says, don't ask that. Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron says, 8-ball knows better. Mabel says, next time he's here, ask Vic to tell you the story of his comrade that snapped his pickle. That's terrifying.
I know someone who did that too, Mabel.
I have heard stories of this. I've never seen it personally, and I've been pretty rough with mine, but I've never broken it. No, I couldn't imagine that. That seems untenable.
Yes. Person I knew broke it so bad he had to have surgery.
I can't even imagine how you would do that. I mean, what would it take to actually break that thing? It's just ridiculous.
Slipped on the full force.
I mean, I do that sometimes in the morning.
I mean,
You know, it's kind of hard to aim that thing in the morning. So sometimes you got to push it down, you know. And if I push too hard, my feet will slip out from under me.
I can't with you.
Debbie says, I think 8-Ball meant to say yes, but was scared. He gave you that.
Ask him more, Debbie.
Aaron says, I knew a guy that broke his. It seemed like a popular thing.
That's what I'm talking about. He had to have surgery to fix it.
All right, I'm going to prove a point without proving it. I'm going to say a name and an animal, and I want you to tell me if you know a story that involves the two. Gerbil, Richard Gere. Go.
Yes.
Anybody?
It's not true, though, from what I heard.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is that this occurred before the internet existed.
Right.
And as far as I know, everyone on planet Earth has heard this story. I've heard it from Canada. I've heard it from across the ocean. I've heard it in Chinese. I've heard it all over the world, listening to different people talking about rumors and such. And somehow that story went everywhere. It is not true. It's a lie. But somebody made it up, and somehow it became the first viral thing that we're aware of. And I'm guessing that everybody knows this story. There's another one about Rod Stewart. Anybody know that?
Yes.
About having his stomach pumped
Yes.
after a show? And does anybody know the amount that was pumped out of his stomach?
Yes.
Also not true.
And also not humanly possible.
But it is a story that was passed around before the internet. How did it get passed around? I don't know. Word got around. People did things in waves. It was almost like psychic phenomenon or something. I don't know how it happened. My guess is that everybody was on the phone with everybody at the same time going, can you believe what I just heard? But that's amazing to think that telephone, that game could stretch that far, that fast. So much so that everyone has heard it. My larger point in bringing this up, and it's not even my idea, I stole it from a comedian, but the idea is that there are things that we know instinctively. Everybody on earth seems to know certain things that are not true, but everyone knows it. Not everyone knows that it's not true, though, but everyone knows the story. Those are things, that's one of the reasons this channel exists, is to combat that kind of thing, specifically involving the Bible. But in other cases, too, I'm happy to report that there are many things that are not true in this world. Anyway, moving on. I forgot what I was pointing at. That everybody's had a story about somebody that broke his yoo-hoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't know if that's true either. I've never seen it done, but I have heard about it.
It's true. It was a friend of mine's parents, and he was literally, like, had a cast that he could take off and on it for, like, 6 weeks. It was crazy. I didn't believe it either.
Well, to my point, the people that told me the story about the gerbil said it was true also.
And they said,
and swore about it.
Well, they said that they had pictures, but I did not care to see them particular pictures.
I don't blame you.
He said it was in the shape of a U. And they had to straighten it out.
Jesus, man. What did he do? Fall on it?
He said he was.
Oh.
They said they were getting it.
Good gracious. Aaron says she went one way, he went another because the kids came in and crack. Oof. Mabel says, oh no, not in front of the children. Oh, we're not. We're not.
Poor Hannah.
You have to have somewhat of an imagination to connect the dots to what we're talking about. Everybody here knows what we're talking about, but we're not going to say it. Aaron says, yep, LOL. I give him a hard time. I would too. If he was my buddy, he'd never hear the end of it. That would be his nickname from now on. I'd call him U-Boat.
Right.
Cowboy says, oh, bummer. Yeah. Tell me about it. Debbie says, 8-Ball, is Aaron actually the guy he knew? 8-Ball says, maybe.
Maybe.
Mabel says, oh gosh, smiley, smiley, smiley. Debbie says, thanks, 8-Ball. I knew it. Aaron says, the worst thing I've ever seen was a guy tearing out a castator, and it turns out inside out. It turns inside out, and they almost bleed to death. Tearing out a castator. I don't know what that is. Look that word up for me. Castator. Is that anything like an alternator?
or a catalytic converter?
Or a catalytic converter? Is that where the O-ring's at? Aaron says, no. Mabel says, Hannah has left the chat. Oh, come on, Hannah. Debbie says, yep, I read that fiction.
Instruments used to remove or sterilize the male reproductive organ. Primary of livestock. Oh, the clamp, they put the big pliers where they put the Band-Aid on there, the rubber band on there and put on them.
Yep. Yeah, I did not know what that was called. Now
I did. Thanks. Learn something new every day.
Learn something new every day. Mark says, does he live in California?
Yes.
Aaron says, LOL, Hannah ran away. Like, that's all right, Hannah. We understand. These crusty old people got to have something to laugh about. I'm one of them. But it's all right. We won't get too dirty. I promise. Just a little risque. Amanda says.
Yes, Mark.
Mark says, yep.
Yes, that happened.
That's the story.
That's the story. LOL, yes, Mark.
Debbie says, wasn't it like 3 quarts?
18 gallons, Debbie. That's why I said humanly impossible.
Big John says something about a pickle, and then my chat jumped. Hang on. Big John says, there's one of a politician in Britain with a pig's head. Yeah, the pig, yes, and a pickle. I've heard that story also. I don't know if that's true or not, but I would imagine probably not, based on the way it was told and the ramifications of it. But that being said, I don't think he responded all that well to it. It's been a while, but I remember when that happened, and it seemed like he did everything short of running around denying it in public. And I don't think that was the appropriate thing to do. I think he probably hurt himself in doing that. And the best thing you could do with a rumor like that is ignore it and hope that cooler heads prevail. Because if you double down, these people just going to think you're guilty. But I don't know if it's true or not. Amy says, same as in the times of Noah, the Jezebel spirit. Well, when Christ said that just like in the days of Noah, so it will be in the end times, he was referring to the fallen angels. But you're not wrong about the Jezebel spirit. That has been around for quite some time. And it does affect our culture rampantly. Mabel says, Aaron, yes, And now she will learn when I say don't read that to listen.
Well, Mabel.
Yeah, don't read that. And to anybody that's in the chat, nobody's in trouble, but just remember to keep it PG-13.
PG-14.
PG-14, yeah. NC-17. How about that? Keep it NC-17. I'll go a little bit in your direction, but come a little bit in mine. You know what I'm saying? There are young people that pop in here from time to time, and we have quite a lot of very young people that pop in here, especially on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I do not know why. But we need to kind of protect their little virgin ears. Kind of.
I watched a show yesterday or today about a woman that got arrested because she shaved her daughter's head because she and evidently did a bunch of other stuff to her. But the main thing was she shaved her daughter's head because she read her daughter's phone and she had given to some boy brains.
Oh.
And it was in her phone and her mama went off about it.
Yeah, I would bet.
They ended up arresting her.
When my children were 13, 14 years old, they really wanted an iPhone. And I said, you cannot have an iPhone. I said, I'll compromise and I'll get you guys an Android, but we're not going to put any minutes on it. You can't have that. You're too young for that. No social media at all. You can have regular, Wi-Fi connection so that if you're in a place with a Wi-Fi, you can text home or whatever, keep in touch with each other. You can text your friends as long as everything's okay and I'm watching, but no social media. I thought that was a fair stance, considering that social media is the thing that destroys children. Well, their mother didn't think so. So she bought my daughter an iPhone. And they tried to keep it a secret from me for a little while. But of course, I immediately found it. And immediately, I found pictures on it from boys from her school. And you know the kind of picture I'm talking about. I was livid. I took that phone away from her and I wouldn't give it back to her or her mother. And this is a $900 phone. I'm not going to do it. It's sat in my drawer till everything blew up. But that was the beginning of it all. The moral of the story is we're doomed, all of us. There's really no good answer. Aaron says, LOL. AI reads it. Amanda says,
my chat jumped.
LOL, Mabel. You're at 9:14. Debbie says, 8-ball. Does Aaron read about pickles? Well, of course. Mark says, oops, I might have said something. That's all right.
No, you just typed it.
You typed it.
That's what Mabel was talking about. Next time I say don't read that, she'll listen.
just remember to lead where you're led and follow where your leader goes. And if I'm being ambiguous, there's a reason for it. I'm quite intelligent and I know my way around a word. If I'm not saying it, there's a reason I'm not saying it. And it's not because I'm embarrassed to say it.
Oh no, we've gotten downright dirty on this channel.
8-ball says, indubitably, to the answer to does he read about pickles? Indubitably. Indefatigably. Indubitably. Aaron says, Debbie, I am the pickle. I am the pickle. Parkour.
Debbie, I am your pickle.
What are you? The pickle. The pickle. Aaron says, like the thing they put for you to pee.
A catheter?
Right. A catheter. Catheter. A cathode. Interesting word, cathode. You should look it up. It's where we get our word Catholicism from. Catholic. The word cathode is the origin or the root of that word. You should look it up. It's very interesting what a cathode does. It does several things. If you know the meaning of the word cathode, the root of the word for catheter or Catholic or, any of the other things, it'll give you some insight into the goings on of those organizations or those devices. I've said too much. Anyway, moving on. Mabel says, no. I meant Aaron's friends' kids that walked in. Oh, no, not in front of the children. Oh, I got it. Yeah, that saw the breaking. Got it. Either way, I still want to keep it a little bit above the sheets for the younger people, because we do have younger people that come in here, and I would like for them to be comfortable. And if you've ever watched a rated R movie with your parents, that is not a comfortable place to be for a child, because they think like that and they talk like that. And if it was just them listening to me, that'd be great. But if you're there, the parent is there, we need to keep it above the sheets. Debbie says, 8-Ball, is Aaron salty and crunchy? I hope not. If so, there's something wrong. 8-Ball says, forget about it.
Salty, maybe.
Salty, yes. Crunchy, there's something wrong.
Yeah, you might want to get that checked out.
Aaron says, yeah, crack on the floor, healed, bent.
Ouch.
It healed, bent.
He cracked it on the floor.
So when he says, how's it hanging? And you say short, shriveled to the left, he really means it? Is that what you're saying?
Short and shriveled and then a U.
Yeah.
Or a V.
Left turn, Clyde. And Debbie says, Aaron, I think 8-Ball said you was not a pickle. Aaron says, I'm neither salty nor crunchy, Debbie. That I do tell. I'm interested now. I'm chocolate smooth. I see. Big John says, he did it at university, Jake. Who did what at university?
The cow head and the pickle.
Oh. What?
He did it at the university in front of people, I'm assuming.
Ah. Got it. And Mark says, Mark, yes, K. Yep, that's the story. Ha ha ha. Debbie says, Aaron, I don't have to ask 8-Ball about that. I know that is true. About you being chocolatey and smooth. He's so smooth, he spells it with a V. Smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah.
He's smooth.
I once played in a band called Smooth. I liked it. Aaron says, thank you very much. Thank you very much. In his deepest voice. Mark says, the pig one, I believe, came from a Black Mirror episode. I believe the Black Mirror episode was lampooning the pig one because that happened in real life. I think I know what you're talking about, too, and I'm not sure if it was Black Mirror, but it was definitely that kind of thing. I remember seeing something on TV about that, but they were lampooning something that actually happened. Yeah. And I think it was that Johnson fella. I'm not sure about that one, though. I think it was that guy with the wild hair. The one they were calling Britain's Trump for a little while because they kind of look similar. Only like a mini version of Trump. Aaron says, high five, Hannah.
Look, Aaron calling his girlfriend.
Aaron says, Soph. Soph?
Calling his girlfriend.
Don't call your girlfriend. Cowboys 8 Pound says, 8-Ball, is Jake old and crusty? Why, I never. 8-Ball says, the outlook is good.
Poor Jake.
Can't believe you said that about me, cowboy. I've always been so nice to you. You're absolutely right. I am old and crusty and crotchety.
Say that again.
And crotchety.
Damn it, man.
Aaron says, uh-oh. Mabel says, Aaron, don't speak the MJ fan's name. You'll summon her. It'd be funny if she popped in right then. Linda Davis says, hi, everybody. Hey, Linda. How are you, sweet lady?
Hi, Linda Hun.
We're digging a hole and trying to dig it too deep. How are you? And Linda says, boys are the same whether they are 14 or 50. True. Aaron says, that's the point, Mabel. LOL. Mark says, true, LOL. I didn't say nothing. Got you, buddy. You're good. Mabel said, like I said before, there is nothing anyone could say here that is as bad as the things Vix has said in her presence. I got it. He has a bad, bad mouth and no filter. It's a respect thing, not so much that I don't think I could say it.
Right. That's his daughter. He can do that.
Right. I would do the same thing with my daughter or talk how I want to in front of my child, but if you do it, that's a different story, you know. Debbie says, sometimes my maturity is that of a 12-year-old boy. And yes, I find farts funny too. Doesn't everybody, though? I don't, but everyone on earth does, and I have it on good authority that farts are in fact funny. So,
it depends.
Never mind me, I'm a fuddy-duddy. Everybody else seems to think they're hilarious, so comedy rules. Farts are funny. Aaron says, LOL ends with lick. What are you talking about, Aaron? A lot of things end with a lick. Some of them are fun. And Bill Bennett says, good night, guys. Love you all. See you soon, Bill. God bless you, my friend. Come see us on Friday. Have a good night. And Linda says, I sometimes wish my kids would be embarrassed. They have no filter. Too much information. Right? Yeah, shame is a thing of the past. I don't think that exists anymore. You ever been to a pride march? Or a pride parade? I'm fairly certain that I can say with authority that shame does not exist anymore. I wouldn't be caught dead doing some of the things that people do. Out loud. In public. Mabel says, good night, Bill. Amanda says,
night, Bill.
Mabel says, Linda, yes, Hannah finds it hilarious, and I have stopped trying to hush him in front of her. It is no use. You know, got to toughen her up for the real world. She's going to see and hear a lot worse out there, and no protection from daddy, you know. Yeah, it's kind of good that he does it that way, in my opinion. Aaron says, I'll be smooth when I can say right on as cool as Jake. Right on. That's easy. Just say it without a care in the world. Right on. You got to not mean it when you say it. Right on. But thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. I'm not cool at all, but I appreciate that. Linda says, Aaron, do you have a deep, sexy voice? I would say probably yes. It'd be fun if he sounded like a chipmunk, though. Yes, I have a smooth, sexy voice. Aaron says, I guess Amy has heard me talk. Ask her. And Linda says, I'll have to ask her, Aaron. And she's here somewhere. Aaron says, or you could just call me.
Right.
Right on. And Aaron says, the Catholic thing you said, Jake, for context. Got it. Ends with a lick. Understood. Right. And Debbie says, in my opinion, the funniest film ever, the funniest film scene ever is the fart scene in Down Periscope. I started laughing in anticipation for it. Yeah, that's a funny scene. Aaron says, not true, Jake. Cool as Chicago wins. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Mabel says, message retracted. I can't read it if you retract it. And Aaron says, not. Right. Not true, Jake. And Mabel says, Hannah and Vic will stare at each other when they are about to fart. No words, just dead eye contact. And they think it's so funny. It's cool that they got that kind of rapport. That's a good thing. You guys are going to make such a great family. Strong family.
I won't tell you I won't tell y'all what Jake does to me.
I'll say, hey. She'll say, what? I'll say, pull my finger. And then she'll recoil, and I'll say, never mind.
So nasty.
Pull my finger. Never mind.
My son used to run up to you and put his butt up on you. Put his butt up on your leg.
Aaron says, my daughter will run up to you and lift her leg.
She says, smell it.
I guess I'm a little bit of a prude when it comes to farting. No one ever heard me fart until I was like 49. And then something in me changed. In fact, I'm sure I didn't fart until I was like 49. I don't think I've ever had gas in my life until I turned 49. And then everything changed. Now, every step I take, I'm pooting. It feels like fart all the time. I don't know where it came from. It's just out of nowhere.
Get up in the morning and go to the bathroom. All you hear is him farting out the bedroom door into the bathroom.
And then she says, smell it. She's funny. Yep, that's true love right there. The old Dutch oven. That's when you're laying in bed and you farting and pull the covers up over your person's head and hold them down. Yep. I have it on good authority that farts are indeed funny. Hilarious, even. Mabel says, oh, no. Smiley, smiley. Yeah, the old Dutch oven. Yeah, that's a terrible trick. I think that one's worse than the never mind. The never mind is kind of funny and ironic. Pull my finger. Never mind. It's as bad as saying, I really have to pee.
Too late.
Never mind. Aaron says, every step I take, every move I make, every fart you break, all the wind will stink. I'll be watching you. I'll be farting too.
Wow. Went from 13 to farting. Something seriously wrong with us.
Every breath you take. I can't sing it. It's too high. Every breath you... It's too high. Every breath you take. Every move you make. Every fart you make. Every sound you quake. I'll be farting too.
Wow.
Oh, can't you see?
Can't you smell?
I ate Chinese. Oh, my stomach quakes. Every fart I make, I'll be farting too.
I'm going to the grown-up room.
Take that.
I'm going to the grown-up room.
Take that, School of Juilliard. Aaron says, I'm singing it. Mabel says, great for Hannah to come back for the fart conversation. Aaron says, Jake Johnson Band from Jake's butt. Right on. That's great. Cowboy says, sweet, smelly dreams. Good night, y'all. Cowboy, I love you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here, dropping by. Come see us Friday. Have a good night. Linda says, I'll be missing y'all Friday and Saturday. Oh, no. I'll be in New York. Wish me luck. What are you doing in New York? What do you need luck for? Tell us all about it. Good luck, obviously. We're praying for you.
She's got her reunion, I think.
A what?
A reunion.
A reunion. That's right. Good luck.
Have fun.
Here's hoping you get some. Reunion cake, pervert. Aaron says, fantastic.
Night, Cowboys.
And Mabel says, Hannah goes, bravo.
Have fun, Linda. Be safe. We'll miss you.
Did I get the golf clap? Yay. Sorry, I can't sing anymore. I used to sing that song on pitch, but I can't do it now. Yep. Oh, COVID-19 took my voice right away from me. It is impossible to shake your moneymaker when your moneymaker won't shake anymore. I guess I'm going to have to give those dreams up. But I'll still fumble around and make a fool of myself for you guys anyway. Maybe I'll get to where I can sing a little bit in the future. I'm lucky to be talking right now, so that's a good thing. Debbie says 13 Farts would be a good band name. Aha. Yeah. Or 30 Seconds to Fart. Aaron says, New York. I've never been, Linda. You certainly don't want to go now. It's now run by a communist. Linda says, good night, Cowboys 8-panel. And Mabel says, good night, Cowboys 8-panel. Aaron says, 13 farts and 1 heart. Barracuda. Do 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 do. Dylan Ellis, welcome to the show. He says, yeah, good luck with the new Muslim. Hopefully you don't get stoned in the street. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go that far that fast. But in a year, maybe. That guy is definitely bad news. But they're going to find out. New York is going to find out. Because they done messed up now. The guy's the mayor. And Linda says, thanks, Jake. Absolutely. I hope you do have a good night. Aaron says, Amanda, get Jake a poll. I have a poll, thank you.
More like a post.
Ha ha. Linda says, Dylan, I'll be in upstate New York. That's better. Definitely better.
LOL, Aaron.
And Mabel says, Dylan, in Canada, everyone gets stoned in the streets.
In a lot of places in the United States, people do too now.
Yeah, we're getting that way for sure. Definitely getting that way. Walter Davis. Good evening, all. Hey, Walter. Come on in. We're talking about farts. Any good stories? Aaron says, LOL. I move when people throw rocks. It's common sense, Dylan. Right? Dylan says, hey, ha-ha.
Hi, Walter.
And nice to see you, Dylan. And nice to see you too, Walter. Aaron says, you can't dance from that on, Jake. You can't dance from that on, Jake.
From that one, Jake.
From that one. Which one?
A fence post.
A fence post. You want to bet?
LOL. He can dance with it, though.
Do the helicopter. I can do push-ups like this.
Tripod.
Oh, yeah. And I can lean over and just hover. Like I said earlier, if I push down on it, my feet slip out from under me. Oh, yeah. Don't you know I'm 6'2" from the waist up? Aaron says star farts and Pop-Tarts.
And pizza rolls.
Right on. Right on. Mabel says, ciao, Walter. And Aaron says, the stripper pole. Oh, yeah, the stripper pole. I got it. It ain't quite that big, but thank you. Thank you for noticing. Is that a stripper pole, or are you happy to see me? Ha-ha. Jake showed Michael Jackson how to lean on that secret. Oh, yeah, the smooth criminal lean. I actually know how he does that. He has special shoes, and they have a notch in the toe of the shoe that's shaped like a keyhole. And on the floor, there's a panel that's attached to the floor, and it's got 2 notches sticking up out of the ground about shoulder width apart. And as he walks up, he dances up like a moonwalk forward and slips his feet right into those 2 little notches sticking up out of the ground. And that gives him an anchor so he can lean all the way forward and his feet won't come off the ground. So he can actually put weight on it and use his leg muscles to hold him there. That's how that trick is done. Debbie says, fart poetry on bathroom stalls. Here I sit, all broken-hearted. I tried to shart, but I only farted. I used to know that whole thing, but I can't remember it now. Aaron says, on his pole? Gross. Debbie says, now waiting for Jake to read it. My bad. Yeah, there's actually a whole poem with that, but I can't remember it now. When I was 14, I probably knew it. Mabel says, Aaron, I heard Jake taught him the he too. He. And that's why his voice hurts now. Too many he-he's. Yeah. Well, my voice hurts because I got COVID-19 and some form of damage happened to my vocal cords and I never recovered from it. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it's all gummed up now. I have good days, but most of them are not good.
Here I sit, broken-hearted. I came to shit, but only farted. Later on, I took my chance and went to fart and shit my pants.
That's it. That's a haiku. Walter says, I tried a stripper pole when I was in my 20s. It's not so easy. It's really hard. Them girls got skills. Yep. With all that strength, you think they could keep their legs together?
Imagine that.
Aaron says, it takes amazing strength. It really does. I used to know a couple strippers. I lived with a couple for a little while. Linda Davis says, I wonder if our friend ever got to see Michael Jackson. I haven't seen her since, so I don't know.
I'm sure when she comes in, she's going to tell us all about it.
Aaron says, Mabel, smiley, smiley.
10 times.
Aaron says, classic. And Aaron says, Linda, if C did, it was on the wrong side, sad. If she did, it was the wrong one, sad. And Debbie says, I understand the COVID story, but I like Mabel's version better. Me too. Yeah, at least I get to meet somebody famous. I have a name drop there, so I like it. Aaron says the stripper got more than skills, LOL. Right? Might have some herpes.
Hypergonosyphilates.
Mm-hmm. Herpesiphoria. Mabel says, thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Aaron says, lots of meds. Yeah. I don't know anything about that. And Mabel says, message retracted. I can't read it if you retract it. Aaron says, if she did, it was the wrong side. It was on the wrong side, like after life. Right. On the wrong side of life. Yeah, if she saw, Michael Jackson. She might have went to an impersonator. Who knows? She might not even be a real girl. That's the problem. I don't know. I would very much love to see a picture of her with the date, today's newspaper, or something. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get a resolution to that mystery.
It's fun messing with her, though.
Maple says, I'm sorry for the retraction. I keep hitting send before I finish typing. Oh, I know. That's just what I always say when I see a retracted message, so I have to keep doing it. Consistency and whatnot. Aaron says, Jake, she's not real. Come on, man. I'm the one that pointed that out first. I know. But I hate to be that cynical. I hate to think that I'm friends with a machine. And Aaron says, Serpico, Sofnio, like Pinocchio. I understand. Walter says, the ones trying to teach me the pole were not on drugs and didn't have STDs. All right. Well, I don't think anybody was attacking your strippers from the 70s. But I hear you. Aaron says, she wants to be a real girl, right? Yeah, she's definitely trying, isn't she? If she is, in fact, AI, which I kind of think she is, she's trying awful hard to keep that ruse up. I've asked a number of times in a number of different ways, never get a response of any kind. At the very least, I'd like to make her angry once, at least once. Mark says she can't hurt you if she isn't real, right? Well, she ain't hurting us. It's just a mystery. If you've been around while she was here, you'd understand what we're talking about. Aaron says, psst, she didn't tell you, LOL. Debbie says, careful, Aaron. So could be like Beetlejuice. Say her name 3 times and she pops up and go, I'm the ghost with the most, babe. Yeah. Big John says, she might be autistic or special needs. You all thought about that. Yes, I have thought about that. It is entirely possible that she's just special. And if that's the case, I really feel bad for pushing out the theory that she might not be a real person. But, I mean, come on. She kind of acts like not a real person.
That's what I think, Nugget. She's special needs.
And she might be.
I think she is.
And if she is, obviously I welcome her in the family and want to be friends with her. And it's very courageous of her to step out and try to make conversation and friends, and that's fine. But I'd like some confirmation of that after a year of knowing her. Because it kind of feels like I'm talking to a computer sometimes.
I mean, what are the odds of an actual AI robot that's randomly on the internet constantly coming to the same podcast?
I mean, if you listen to Tim Pool talk, the internet's dead and most of the viewers on the internet are bots. And if you'll go over to my Wimkin page, you'll see evidence of that. Aaron says she thinks I live in space. Well, you told her that you did. I don't know if she believes you or not. Maybe she was just being polite. She might think it, too. I don't know. Mabel says, Hannah says, say her name 3 times in the mirror, this child. Turn the lights out and say her name 3 times in the mirror. Turn the lights back on and see what happens. Scary. Scary. Ooh. She's the candy Soph. Bloody Soph. Linda says, that was also my thought, Nugget. Yeah, I kind of thought that too, or at least I considered it. I don't know which is which. I don't know if she is or isn't, but I do know that it's strange talking to her.
LOL. Yes, Hannah.
That's right. 10 points to Hannah. That's the most clever statement of the night right there.
That's great.
And Walter says, I had just failed the military physical because my knee popped and was running 10 miles a day and hundreds of push-ups and sit-ups every day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they used to require you to be a man to be in the military. Now, not so much.
Oh, they're changing that.
I know. Thank God for that. I did a video about it. You can find it it's on here somewhere. It's titled about the military, the Marines or something. But what I did was reacted to the video that the U.S. Marines put out as a recruitment technique. You know, they put out these videos and send them to schools and whatnot. And then I juxtaposed it to one from Russia and their military's recruitment video. And the difference is night and day. One of these two are breeding monsters, soldiers, like real warrior type, scary people. And one looks like a dance team from the Glee Club. The one that looks like that's the Marines. And I was very, very angry about it.
That was one of your Hyperboles, wasn't it?
No, it was just a regular show, I think. Like one of my teardowns.
Might have been. I thought it might have been one of your Hyperboles, but it might have been.
I can't remember.
Because I think you were kind of cracking jokes at it, too.
Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. Either way, it's out there if you guys are interested in watching it. And also a bunch of me tearing down atheists. I need to do some more of those, too, because those are pretty good. And maybe not just do atheists. Maybe do, like, evolutionists and things like that. Debbie says, Mabel, high five to Hannah for the Bloody Mary reference. It's a good one. Aaron says, that sucks, Walter. I'm glad I passed mine. I am not man enough to even take one, so you guys both are good. Got one on me. I wouldn't even attempt. Mark says, I believe she was here the first day I met you guys, and there was a lot of, how do you politely say, interesting people trying to talk and chat. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot.
I do my best to keep them out, but some of them get in for a minute anyway. And some of them we let in just to play with.
Right. Well, the ones that you can do that with are, you know, you can tell they're not going to get too racy or risky. They like to shoot the breeze. And there's always the shit testers, too. I've had a lot of those that ended up being regular members, or regular viewers, rather, subscribers. But they started out as trolls, and they just had to test me, you know, see what I was made of.
Vic started out as a troll.
Kind of, yeah. Walter says, hey, John and Mark. And Mabel says, thank you. And she is so happy. Ha, ha, ha. And Mark says, hey, Walter. Wavy hand. Aaron says, Candyman also. Candyman, Beetlejuice, Bloody Mary.
Red rum.
That's a different thing. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. That's The Shining.
Yep.
Walter says, Aaron, God had a different plan for me. It worked out as his plan. Amen, brother. Debbie says, Aaron, who can make a sunrise? Sprinkle it with cheer. The Candyman can. Is that the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man.
I'm Drury Lane again. I had a totally different vision.
Walter says, I passed the Marine Rapid Advance test. The recruiter was heartbroken when it happened. Aaron says, it happens. Yep, I've never even tried out for the military. I've always wanted to stick close to home. I feel like if you come here and start some shit, that's when I'm going to get my guns out. But I'm not going to go to anybody else's house and start no trouble. Not intentionally, anyway. If we get attacked or something like that, I'll be the first one to sign up. But just for regular doing it, no, I'm not interested. Aaron says he planned for me to arrange the appointments for bad people to meet him. Well, if that's what your calling is and you're good at it, do it with honor. And Mabel says, yep, Vic will always give you a hard time when he first meets you, and then even harder time and more trolling if he likes you. If Vic does not troll you from time to time, he does not like you. My kind of fella. I think he figured out who I was pretty quickly. And that's a good thing. It's good to be seen, because a lot of people miss that. Especially the younger ones. They miss it. The older ones seem to get me immediately. The younger ones, not so much. Some of them, but not so much. But I'm pretty straightforward. I hold nothing back. I put nothing in my vest. I carry everything right on my sleeves. I am what I pretend to be, or purport to be. I'm not pretending is what I'm saying. Whatever that is, good or bad. Aaron says, Vic is chef's kiss. Mabel says, yep, I feel that he really is understood by you and understands you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Amanda says,
10 p.m. in bottom of the chat. Woohoo.
I feel like a Power Ranger. It's time to go to bed. Maybe one day we'll get another chance to shoot a show.
Get your blankie. It's night time.
Won't be long. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open as we speak. Mabel says, and Aaron, Vic has a lot of respect for you as well. You should know this. He speaks very highly of you and Jake. Thank you. And we think highly of him as well. Walter says, LOL. And Aaron says, thank you, Jake and Amanda. Heart. Thank you, Aaron. It's been fun tonight. I've had a good time. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you hadn't done so already. Like, subscribe, share, support, join. And for the love of God, won't you please? Amanda says,
heart, Aaron.
That's a vibrating heart.
Oh, vibrating heart, Aaron. Just so you can feel it better.
Right on. Now, which do you go for, the pointy tip or the two rounded edges?
The rounded edges. In the middle. Just straddle it.
That's motorboating territory.
Hey.
Linda says, enjoy your weekend, everybody. Hopefully, I will see y'all Sunday, Heart. I hope so, too. Walter says, good night, all. God bless and thanks, Jake and Amanda. Thank you very much. Mabel says, and I am very thankful for everyone here. It has made the time away from Vic less stressful so far. Still so long to go, though. Oh, I know. I understand that wholeheartedly. Anything we can do to make that time pass better or faster, please let us know. Maybe I'll get into some stuff. Anything you're interested in, bring it to the table. Might be something I can delve into. Maybe I can help you out with a problem or something you've been thinking about for a while, or anything to keep you focused and mind on something other than how much longer it's going to be. And if we can do that and keep it consistent, the time will fly by, and pretty soon he'll be back. I know you got a good long way to wait, though. And if there's anything I can do to make that better, I feel obligated to help. Debbie says, I'm always here to talk about Aaron's pickle.
You missed one at 10:01.
Did I?
Yeah, Aaron's comment. Above Walter.
I needed this some weeks. I see no one. Yeah, Aaron, you don't have to do that, man. Just reach out and be here with us. We appreciate you and we love you. You know that. And Debbie says, I'm always here to talk about Aaron's pickle. And Amanda says,
Night, Walter.
It's me says, no, sorry.
It's Mabel.
It's Mabel says. Sorry. Good night, Walter.
Night, Linda.
Walter says, good night, Linda. Have a great weekend. And Mark says, good night, guys. Mark, thank you for being here, brother. Have a good night.
Night, Mark.
Dylan, if you're still here, good night, friend. Mabel says, it is difficult because we can go days without speaking, having no updates on him. The worst was 10 days last time he went, and I was worried sick. I am a bit stronger now, but it's still hard. Oh, yeah. Well, the life that you guys have chosen is a difficult journey. There's no getting around that. It is a hard thing to have to go through. And those moments of emptiness are cavernous because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening. All you can do to keep your brain from going to the darkest place. I know. All you can do is visualize them out there laying in a ditch somewhere dead. I get it. But it don't have to be that way. We can keep you focused on other things. But you have to be part of that. You know, you have to understand that that's what we're trying to do, and you have to be willing to do it. Other than that, maybe this time won't be that bad. Maybe there won't be so many long distances between conversations, hopefully. You never know what the world throws at you. It might be a piece of cake over there this time around. It might be twice as difficult. You never know. Either way, we're here for you. And we'll get through this one day at a time. Same way you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. Aaron says, you got this, Mabel. And you got the strength. Mabel says, thank you, Aaron.
You got this, Mabel. Stay strong. It'll be over soon. We're here for you.
That's right. Every day it's one day less. Walter says, Mabel, her. I agree. Where does Vic go? I think he's in Ukraine right now. And Mabel says, thank you so much, Amanda and Jake. It means a lot to me and Hannah as well. Well, you guys are both family now, so thank you. And Mabel says, Walter, he is in Ukraine right now. I thought that's where he was. Hopefully that region is about to get a whole lot less worry. I'm hoping Trump is onto something. I don't know if he's going to be able to fix that or not. But if it's possible, he will. And hopefully it'll be more like setting up a boardwalk than a war if things go the way he's trying to get it to go. Hopefully. But I don't know what the Legionnaires are doing over there, so I don't know what part of that confrontation he's actually in. I don't have all the details, but I'm hoping that at some very near future point, that war will be waning. I hope. We just have to wait and see. And Debbie says, I start with the elephant's ears. They are yummy. Right on. Walter says, Mabel, I'll be praying for him. Thank you, Walter. And Linda says, Mabel, you're strong and you have a great man that loves you two girls. Absolutely. And Mabel says, thank you very much, Walter and Linda. Absolutely. All right. It is 10:07 and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go to bed. I love you guys. Thank you all so very much for the great conversation tonight. I've enjoyed it immensely. I hope you have too. Come see me on Friday. We'll do this again. Only we'll do it in a Friday kind of way. Have a great night. Do me a favor when you go out into the world tomorrow. Be nice to somebody. I promise you it'll make your life better and it'll make theirs better too. Just be nice. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And it's so easy to do. And when you let that inner light shine, you feel it and everyone around you feels it. And that'll give you an in. So when they ask you, hey, what's going on with you? Now you can tell them and invite them to the show. And maybe we can get a little bigger on this end too. Aaron says, Linda, can you maybe get a little Empire State Building keychain in New York? That might be fun. I think Aaron wants an Empire State Building keychain. Linda says, Aaron, come here and we can take a trip to the city. Ooh, How about that? And Mabel says, good night, Jake and Amanda. Good night, Aaron, and good night, everyone. Thank you all so much. This made our night. Well, Mabel, Hannah, God bless you, girls. Have a good night. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see you guys Friday. Peace out, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you all. I love you, true. Thanks for watching.
Good night, y'all.